And I didn't need Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I didn't need little Bruce Springsteen and...
When it comes to Donald Trump,
it's just frightening. We're living in a frightening time. The stewardship of the nation has been thrown away to somebody who doesn't have a clue as to what that means. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, we have somebody who I feel doesn't have a grasp of the deep meaning of what it means to be an American.
He has a lifelong enemy in Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Bruce Springsteen.
Because the only way we're going to lose this election is if the election is rigged. Remember that. It's the only way we're going to lose this election. So we have to be very careful.
Of course, a given. Donald Trump proclaims the only way he can be victorious is through unfair practices, which are set forth mainly by Republicans in limiting who can vote and how they can vote.
The trouble at the moment is you have Donald Trump who is talking about rigged elections. And he has a feeling he's going to lose now, which of course he is going to lose.
You're confident?
Oh yeah, he's going to lose. And he knows that. He knows he's going to lose. And he's such a flagrant, toxic narcissist that he wants to take down the entire democratic system with him if he goes. If he could reflect on these things, maybe he'd have, but he's such an unreflective person. And he simply has no sense of decency and no sense of responsibility about him. And the words that he's been using over the past several weeks really are an attack on the entire democratic process.
And is that dangerous?
Yeah, it is. I think it's very dangerous.
Springsteen, meanwhile, sees through it. The saddest part is conservatives who adore this man's songs will not pay heed to his words.
This is a man whose vision is limited to little beyond himself, who has the profound lack of decency that would allow him to prioritize his own interests and ego before American democracy itself. Somebody who'd be willing to damage our long-cherished and admired system rather than look to himself for the reasons behind his own epic failure. That's unforgivable.
He is preaching here.
We're not going to lose this except if they cheat.
Continued on election night.
We want all voting to stop.
Sparked an attempted insurrection.
We fight like hell.
As disgraceful as Trump's public words were, behind the scenes, Trump and his inner circle were using all the powers of the presidential office to cheat, not to stop the steal, but to start it.
It was an attempt to undermine the will of the people. It was profoundly anti-democratic and potentially criminal.
The 45th president of the United States tried to coerce the Department of Justice to lie on his behalf, while also strong-arming state and local election officials to overthrow the election. In the weeks following the election, Trump and his inner circle would wage a high-pressure campaign.
Hello, Francis. How are you?
Hello, Brad and Ryan and everybody.
Bill, it's Rudy Giuliani.
At least 30 contacts between Trump and Republican officials in crucial states: Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Arizona.
This is the White House operator.
Springsteen is right. The lengths Trump and his orbit go and continue to go when they know they cannot win is anti-democratic and anti-American.
We're going to build the wall. We have no choice. We have no choice. Build that wall. 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 Who's going to pay for the wall? 100%.
A gross figure. Trump plays into America's fragility, as Springsteen explains.
He comes along and he has a simple answer to all these very, very complex problems, and is telling some of the people, the things that they want to hear. If you're very uncomfortable by the browning of America, well, we're going to build a wall and keep all those people out. This is basically his campaign, saying it like I'm saying it here, So, but if you've struggled and if you've suffered and you haven't gotten that piece of the pie, or you're just struggling to keep your family going, it can be someone saying is a very, very compelling argument. It's very difficult to deal with the complexities of governance and have someone tell you to wait or be patient. It's just a rich environment for unfortunately, for a demagogue, and the absurdity is beyond cartoon-like, you know. But he's gotten close enough so it can make you nervous. You know, I don't think he's going to win, but even him running is a great embarrassment for if you're an American.